Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Currently I'm showing you my 5-week-old nails. They are crusty and they desperately need doing. So let's fix that right now. I'm just going to apologise right now that the first minute of this video is I filmed it the wrong way. I filmed it portrait as if I was making TikToks instead of a landscape like a YouTube video. Please ignore that, I did fix it. After removing my nails and just soaking them in acetone, I did just lightly buff my nails. That makes everything adhere way better and they tend to last a lot longer when you do this. These are the tips I'm going to use today. I'm just going to size them up before I apply my primer and everything because it's just a lot neater when you remember to do this first. I always forget, but today I made a point of making myself remember to size everything up first. What I'm showing you here is that you want them to fit sidewall to sidewall of your nail. If none fit, take one that's a little bit bigger and just file down the sides until it fits. Now I'm just etching the inside of the nail extensions with my drill. Again, it just sort of roughens it up a bit and makes it adhere way better to your nails. Now I'm just going to take a buffing block and very lightly just buff my nails. It just removes any build-up and oils and everything on them, and again roughens them up slightly and makes it adhere way better. I'm now just going to remove my cuticles and get rid of all of the dead skin sitting on my nail bed, because things like that can then sit under the false nail and they will make them pop off and lift up the nail bed. Here I'm just removing my cuticle with cuticle nippers, and if you're going to do this, please be very careful because the amount of times I have cut my cuticles doing this is insane. I do it nearly every time on at least one nail. Cuticle care is done and now it's time to move on to prepping our nails. So of course I go in with dehydrator and primer. I found the best way to use these products is I use like a lot of dehydrator because your skin just naturally produces oil, like your hands produce oil, and then of course a lot of people use cuticle oil. There's a lot of oil on your nail beds and your fingers, so dehydrator really gets rid of all of that. That can make nails pop off, so that's really good. And then only use a tiny bit of primer because using too much will make them pop off. This isn't really necessary to do Gel X nails, but I do just like doing an overlay of hard gel underneath the Gel X. So that's just what I'm doing here. I'm just laying the gel on my nails, curing for 30 seconds, and then I go in with my actual application of the gel extensions. A layer of glue on each extension, then sort of glob off a little bit more and apply them. Basically hold them down, press very slowly, and then put it straight under a gooseneck lamp. The gooseneck lamp will flash cure the nail, but it will not fully cure it, so you cannot leave it alone after this. After the nail is flash cured and all of the nails are on, you need to then cure under a big UV lamp. I cure for 90 seconds, you can do for 60, but when I do 60 they tend to pop off a little easier and I just prefer it. It just makes me think that they're fully cured more when I do 90, so I do 90. Okay, so here it's kind of hard to explain, but I'm like blending the edge of the false nail into my own natural nail, and this is what makes my false nails last weeks. Honestly, if I don't do this, they will come off like in a couple of days, and they will just pop off so easy, and they will be lifting. This just honestly makes everything look so flawless and blended and nice and neat, and it just makes them last so much longer. And it's really not that difficult to do. You can do this with a nail file, but you can do this with a nail drill, but I actually find just a file works so much better and it's just so much easier, so I just use a file. After wiping away the dust from a nail file, I did just go ahead and shape them a little bit. I mean, the nails were nice, they were almond. I just wanted them to be slightly more rounded. Just works better. I like the look when they're like a soft look, so I just rounded them a tiny bit more. Here I am just removing the shine from the false extensions because these, honestly, doing this step makes cheap nail polishes stick on. I mean, they don't lift, they don't crack, they don't peel, they just stay looking flawless, honestly, when I do this step. And I have not done it, and I have done it, and I have noticed an impact. Honestly, I've noticed a difference, so I'm going to keep doing it, even though some people say that you don't need to. And I also just, with this step, also use the sanding band to just lightly also go over again between the line between my actual nail and my false extension, just to make sure it is really seamless and very blended. See what I mean? Where you can't even see where the false extension ends and my real nail starts. After the actual gel X was applied, I just went in obviously with base coat and then some very simple, cute, springy French tips. I got this nail stamper from, I think it was like Shein, and it was so cheap. It was like £2, and I love it. It makes doing French tips so easy. As someone who really struggles to do French tips, I really recommend this. It made it so quick and easy, and I am in love with this thing. Before I did the French tips, I just went in with 2 layers of, it's like a pinky nudie colour. It's very nice. I think it looks very sort of natural. You can see right now how easy this stamper makes doing French tips. I mean, they were just like painted on instantly. It was perfect. And then I just neatened up the ends by making them a little bit more curved with a nail art brush. Drawing little flames on the side. And you want to make sure you cap your nail, and that is when you bring your top coat on the very edge. It's going to make it last really long. Of course, the final steps were just top coat and cuticle oil. I really like these nails. I think they're really cute and springy, and I thought that they looked actually quite neat. They're a very good attempt from me. After they've finished curing, and I did cure them for a minute just to make sure everything was completely set and done, I did wipe them down with some rubbing alcohol just to remove that sticky top coat. Reaction in the past. It's fine if I just get it on my nail, but that's why I'm very careful about getting it on my skin. So I'm doing like it, and then in the middle we are going to do pink.